time is nigh. Open up your eyes to see the signs of the times. Got to be wise to all of their lives. Look to the skies from where my help comes. Wake up, got to wake up from the slumber. Don't let them pull you under. Rise up off the water. Never let them wrestle you into the mud.
Greetings in the name of His and Her Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, Empress Wazira Menin, one perfect balance. Greetings and welcome to Politically Incorrect, where we get it correct, and if we're not correct, feel free to correct us. Those who are usually, well, first of all, thanks for staying up and coming on, although it's relatively late. We have a lot of domestic issues in Barbados that we all are forced to deal with. And therefore, we need to have the force in order to deal with it. Because for those who know the program or know me, would know that it's a different tone tonight. Different tone tonight. On purpose. Because the program tonight is going to take a different nature. I'm going to share some stuff with you and answer you some questions, some serious questions. I think Barbadians, somebody said to me earlier that, the people, we are part of it. And I said, we are. And that's why we are now going to have to do what we should have done a long time ago. And so it is the how we go about doing it, though. That's the thing, the how. So, yes, it's Friday already. Can you believe it? I almost can't believe it. But yes, believe it. It's Friday again so soon. And it's relatively late. So take a little time to go and tell a friend to tell a friend. Tonight is that kind of program. Corruption at its best. Is Dale Marshall serious? I don't normally call names on here, but we're going to call a name on here. Is Dale Marshall serious? And we have a lot of nicknames for him, and people make comments about, as if he's even bothered by that. But is he serious is the question. Is he serious? Is this man serious? The question is being posed tonight. Is Dale Marshall serious? We're going to take a look at some of the stuff going on here in Barbados and answer that question. Is Dale Marshall serious? Is he serious? I have so many videos here. I don't even know if I could go to them all tonight, but we're going to touch on Guyana. We're definitely going Guyana, where corruption, you cannot make this stuff up. You have a billionaire and a politician. No, it's not Trump and Elon Musk. But believe it or not, there's a billionaire and a president going at it, even in Guyana. Yep, even in Guyana. We have our own Trump Elon Musk scenario here. No, we're not going to discuss Trump and Elon Musk. I think the rest of the world is caught up with that complete madness. But we're going to look at some other stuff here. We're going to look at this issue with the violence in schools. Just some questions for tonight. I only got questions tonight. Just questions. We're going to take a look at that. We're also going to look at Mr. Dale Marshall. Who exactly is Dale Marshall? Who exactly is Dale Marshall? If you notice lately, a lot of the politicians are straying away from the issues that matter most. Now we are forced to listen to what they want us to listen to. Let me put this on silent, let alone put this so it doesn't make any noise. Politically incorrect. Where we get it correct. Where we at? Yeah, where we at? Where we at? Sometimes you find it easy, sometimes you don't find it at all. At least not so fast. There you go. There it is. All right, there it is. There you go. All right, eyes in the sky, family. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Government is embarking on more investments. We're having a tissue culture lab coming on stream soon. I think to the tune of $25 million, something like that. I don't know, boy. I don't know. I don't know. I thought there was a tissue culture lab already by the NCC. I don't know. I was almost sure there's one there already. I guess this is a larger one, state of the art, perhaps to do more, whatever. So that's basically it, family. So go tell a friend and tell a friend. Like I said, Politically Incorrect is up and running. I'm trying to put these videos in order, but you know what? I'm just gonna let it flow how it flows. However it come out, it come out. That's my position right now, man. I'm not even getting too deep into this right now. I trust everyone had a strong week. So greetings to you too, Sean. Billionaire in what country? Guyana, believe it or not. But I don't know if that's a billion in Guyanese dollars. But even if it's a billion in Guyanese dollars, it's still a significant amount of cheddar. So we'll see. We're going to touch on it. We have two billionaires, a Lamborghini and a Ferrari to be discussed. You can't make this stuff up, man. Greetings to you too, Lisa. Greetings to you and the family. Empress, I see you up right. You up right early. Maureen, yes, I see all my night owl people. I see all the night owls coming out. Good night to you too, family. Good night, good night, good night. It's probably going to be a small circle, but we're going to make it happen. We're going to have a little campfire tonight and discuss some things, man. You can't make this stuff up. You cannot make this up. You cannot make this up. We want to, the society as it is, blame the young people. They keep putting the blame on the young people. And for some part, some of them have to take some responsibility. That's just a reality. There's so many horse out the stable, you can't put it back in. But truth is, young people don't necessarily see the value because the society is such where it doesn't promote value. So what the young people reflect is the society that they were birthed into, and they see it. And they literally become products of that same society, unless by some fate they run into someone who can show them divine order and get into the secrets of success, as opposed to having them basically fall into the trap that was laid for them from birth, from primary school to Sunday school to secondary school. It's all the same, man. It's all the same, man. But who will tell the story? King Alfred, I see you too. Greetings to you. Elder, greetings. Listen, I thought it was me who be up late. Like y'all don't sleep. Y'all don't sleep. Daffodil, what's going on, man? Greetings and Godspeed, family. Greetings to you too, King. Like y'all don't sleep, man. Like I don't get it. I thought it was just me. Well, it looks like a lot of y'all be up. I had some hot cappuccino here to drink, man, and usually I make my own, but I bought some tonight. I know I ain't going back there. I could tell you that. I won't even call the place, but man, this don't taste good at all. They're missing something. I ain't know what happened to it, man. I ain't really sure what happened. Sean, I ain't really sure what happened to it, man. They don't have my touch. That's what it is. That's what it is, man. I took a risk and bought something. I took a chance and buy it, man. But we pass upon that. But for those celebrating today as a sacred day, I'm going to say Shabbat Shalom. Assalamu alaikum. Peace, Islam to the Moors. Ashe Hotep to the conscious community. Namaste to the brothers and sisters out in the East. Y'all already know. Kidamawi, Haile Selassie, first, Empress Menin, to the Rasta brethren and sistren, and to everyone else is pure love and pure light. Pure love and pure light, man. That's why God said, I am the Lord thy God. I create good and I create evil. I create them both. Some people think that because you're supposed to be conscious that they can do what they feel like around you, and you're not supposed to defend the faith that you uphold. It's crazy. It's crazy. But we got to deal with it how we got to deal with it, and it's that simple. But let me go and jump right into the first video because, like I said, corruption at its best. Now, I suppose we should do domestic issues, then go regional, or should we do regional, then bring it home? Because my question really is, Dale Marshall serious? Is this man serious for real? Like I keep telling you, right, as a matter of principle and integrity, Dale Marshall should automatically step down. His only claim to fame at this point is tints. Is tint. And so, in fact, I know what you're going to do, man. I don't even know if I have that video. I have that video on my phone. Y'all seen that video? Pull that video up, man. Let me pull that up. Let me see if I can find this video. I wasn't going to play it, man. I wasn't going to play it. I really wasn't going to play it. So that's why now I got to look for it, because that wasn't on my list of things. That was not on the bucket list of things to play for you tonight. That wasn't getting no airplay, but in light of what I am seeing, in light of what I'm seeing, I going, yeah, here it is. Here it is. I guess I got to send it to myself. Give me like 30 seconds. Don't worry. But boom, technology is such a thing, right? Okay, there you go. Set already. Simple so. Daffodil, look, simple so, look. Easy so. Now, all you gotta do is click on this, and click on this. But I need to download this though, so I need to save this video. And there you go. All right. Everything finished now. All right, so that's it. So I wasn't going to play this video up first, but remember a few nights ago we did a program, and in fact the program we did a few nights ago talked about is direction more important than speed? In fact, let me pull that up as well. Let me go ahead and pull that up. Open that window. Share that screen. Let me just share that one as well so that I can add that to the stage. How do I add that one now? Let's see if I do it this way. No, do it this way. There you go. Let me see if I can add it where you can see it fully. Okay, let me do it like this. There you go. Is direction more important than speed? If you have not seen this video yet, go take a look at it. I think we did this on Wednesday, where we asked the AG a few questions regarding his policy and his traffic ordinance regarding tint on the windows and that kind of nonsense. I said nonsense because I'm not sure, they said that policeman was no longer going to the scene of an accident because they were so busy, pursuing more important matters like crime. So I'm wondering now if the police are going to be busy running around Barbados, checking, first of all, inconveniencing people by blocking traffic to pull over vehicles, because you got to pull them over somewhere. And not everywhere is convenient in terms of the space on the road, to then check tint, front glass, back glass, I suppose windscreen and whatever other screen they're testing for, to make sure you comply with this particular, whatever this is, this shakedown. Then they're not going to be busy solving crime. So unless they're having more police recruit, or they're going to hire the man from the block to do like check tint or tint check unit, special tint check unit, task force on tints or something along that line, then the police are the ones who have to do this. The policy enforcers are going to have to be the ones running around doing this sort of thing. You thought ZR Vance was getting harassed already? I can only imagine now. Nevertheless, this is what's going on. So they're going to be so much, they will have to be busy now, obviously dealing with the tint, because it's a lot of cars in Barbados to check. Most cars have tints. I don't know how they're going to do this or where they're getting the manpower from. My thing is, if they're busy checking tint, then who's solving the crimes? Who's looking out? Who's responding to these situations? So, but anyhow, so if you didn't see this one, go check it out. Is direction more important than speed? Because as far as I'm concerned, Dale Marshall, I calling his name, he is speeding. He needs to be pulled over and given a citation and an appearance in court, because quite frankly, like I said, how many mothers have to bury their sons before Dale Marshall realized that he has failed? He has failed. Perhaps he might be better off as minister of NCC. In fact, I am sure that if you stop and think about it for a second, and let me do so real quick while I at it. Let me do so. What direction? Is this direction? Yeah. It's a long way to go though. Oh, wait. Ain't that long? There you go. Let me get the video sorted for you, man. Let me get the video sorted for you. Let me get the video sorted for you. Let me go ahead and share this one now. I don't know if I want to share the audio, but some of y'all might have seen this video right here on the screen. Some of y'all might have seen this video. Now, I want to apologize to Mr. Dale Marshall because I come to the realization that I was wrong. Mr. Dale Marshall was correct. He was clearly correct. I'm trying to get the right position for you. Hold on, family. I'm trying to get the position here for you. I think this is the best one. Mr. Dale Marshall was correct. If you look carefully at this video, family, you will notice. I don't know if I can hide this. No. I don't know if you can see the screen, family. You will notice. Let me go ahead and press play real quick. Maybe I won't mute it. I'll let it play. And full screen it. All right, I'm trying to full screen it, but I don't think you can see it. Can you all see it? Hold on a second. Let me okay. Let me take it out and bring it back in to see what happens. Let me cancel it out and see what happens. Okay. Let me open it again and see what happens, man. If I full screen it, if you could see it. Okay. Let me video file. There you go. Okay. Add this. All right, so I'll let it play again. So this is a robbery in progress in Barbados, family. First of all. It's an actual robbery in progress. I want to bring your attention to two things really quick. Just two things. One is the car that's on the bottom screen. The car that's on the top screen is the same vehicle. And Mr. Dale Marshall is absolutely correct because if you notice, there's a car with tint in this video while a crime is being committed. So I think Mr. Marshall is on to something. Although the young man, if you notice when he first came into the view of the video, he basically walked into the video. He wasn't driving. In fact, if you notice in the top video, he's actually running and it looks like he's barefoot. I'm not sure. Maybe that's a stealth mode or something. Not really sure. But he runs past the car. He runs right past the car with the tint. So he runs past the car with a tint. So clearly cars with tints have been a problem. And this is why Mr. Dale Marshall have decided that tints are no longer. See, if the car did not had such dark tints, maybe the camera would have been able to see through the car as well and even get a better shot of him. Or maybe the folks who were sitting under the tent might have been able to see him running up on them. So perhaps tints is probably part of the problem indeed. I think Mr. Marshall is probably onto something. And because of that, this is purely a brilliant strategy. Brilliant. This is probably the best thing he has done in his entire career as an individual, as a politician, and perhaps even as a lawyer, as a senior counsel. I am so glad that he's such a senior counsel, such an expert on these matters. What would Barbados do without Dale Marshall? Is Dale Marshall serious? You bet your bottom dollar he's serious, because look how he almost had the ability to see how tints in Barbados could be such a major problem. Brilliant. This man appears to be brilliant. Me. But when they make this stuff music, you know, it was being played on the phone. But this is what got me about this particular video. This young man here have the unmitigated gall, the audacity to run upon the people in the first place, rob the folks in the second place.
For everything here together, man. That's my place.
Then had the nerve. Then had the nerve to tell the people, stop wasting my time. You can imagine this? You can imagine a man robbing you and telling you to hurry up because you wasting his time. Like, I can't. Listen, family, this is serious. Thank God that Dale Marshall recognized that tints needs to be removed in order to stop individuals from doing this and insisting that you don't waste their time. I won't even play the rest of the video because I have my questions about this particular video myself. I don't know this. I mean, it's a serious situation, family. It's a very serious situation. Very serious situation. This individual looks like he's very familiar with this location, though, and the individuals, because he, well, like I said, it seems a bit, anyhow. I know personally speaking, though, that at some point in time, he was relatively close to those individuals right there. I don't know what kind of gun or what else weapon he might have had or did not have, man. And I'm not advocating that people try to be heroes. I'm not going to suggest that at all. But I know that, you know, you can't go around with certain people with that kind of behavior, because he would have got duct tape and thrown in the back of that same van there, saying no right there, like nothing happened, man. Whoever sent him would have had to come and look for him. We had to walk by and you would have seen, now, hey, y'all see a tall fella run past here? Nah, we ain't seen nobody. we ain't seen nobody. We ain't see a boy. Shout out to Black Lion Security while we at it, though. Because I'm telling you, man, I'm not sure what game these people playing, man. They see the youths need opportunities. Everybody want to have, you know, $300 obviously didn't last long enough. Perhaps he's on the 18, you know what I mean? He figured he'd get his own $300, I suppose. Family, I don't know what y'all, right? But as far as I'm concerned, the gentleman that we look at on the media, we see him all the time. He's out there talking about crime. What he's not doing is bringing any solutions at all, nothing that's plausible to the people. And therefore, I want to suggest right now, again, as a matter of principle and integrity, that Mr. Dale Marshall and his colleagues, all the women in the BLP, whether you're a minister or you're a supporter, you mean to tell me you ain't going to make the noise until it is your son, somebody knocking on the door, telling you that, you know, X, Y, and Z happened? Then you're going to get serious about this. Then you're going to realize that Dale Marshall does not have any solution to this problem whatsoever. Of course, crime is going to always be among the people, like poverty to some degree. But this level of crime and the things you see going on can be easily resolved, family. The issue ain't the guns, you know. The issue is not the guns, so don't blame the guns. Not that the guns don't have a factor involved. But family, in fact, let me play another video for y'all, man. Let me switch screens here. Hold on. Let me switch screens. Let me play another video, man. There you go. We want to listen to this right here carefully. Listen to this very carefully. Make sure the volume up so you don't miss this, man. These are the reasons why he said this man needs to go. He needs to go. Let me play this little clip here, man.
That gives individuals about 2 months to put their house in order. But in fact, that is 2 months from today. But we first made this announcement back in September of 2024. So we really had a year. Towards the end of last year, we extended it. We said we're not going to do it until January. And then for one reason or another, various other priorities came in, and we are here today.
Various other priorities. Crime is not the priority. Because even if he claiming that this would help curb crime, the fact that they delayed it and stalled it so long, again, tells you something. How many people have lost their lives between their other priorities and they're delaying this super brilliant initiative to help fight crime? How many mothers since then have buried their sons from January to now? Dale Marshall, 21 to be exact. In fact, the numbers this year are even higher than any previous record in Barbados for the first 6 months. We have gone past that.
Every Barbadian will be expected to comply with the legislation.
Every Barbadian will be expected to comply with the legislation. I don't know this man from a hole in the ground, but I will tell you something, right, Barbados? Mothers need to ask for his removal. I ain't talking to march up and down wherever. I'm talking about people need to make that known, man. Make that known. Start writing your Facebook post. Take a picture of him and write your post, man. Send it viral. Let the world see Dale Marshall. Make Dale Marshall viral, man. Make him go viral, man. You know, they always got memes about different people. I even see a meme about Marcia Weeks. But you can understand this. Imagine Marcia Weeks trying to, well, let me not even say that because, you know, that's probably going to be interpreted wrong anyhow. But let me say this. I'm surprised they ain't got one about me yet. I say yet because I'm sure after this they're going to find something and come out and say it. But Dale Marshall, it don't matter what it's about me, right? You got to resign, man. As a matter of principle, you have failed the children, you have failed the mothers, you have failed this community, this nation called Barbados. You failed, man. And anybody around you can't tell you that you are a complete failure. Make fun of Mr. Thorne all you like, right? Another conversation. But you, a disgrace, man. It's a shame. It's a shame. And you, in fact, hold on. Let me show you where the real shame is right now. I don't even know if I can find it. Of course I can find it. Why would I say that? I don't know where I can find it. What I gotta do is ask the ancestors where to find it. And then tutus, look, bam. There you go. Right there, so. Just go ahead and close this here first of all. Let me share this one right here one time. Let me switch screens on you. Right there, man. Right there. Let me see if I get this at a full screen. I don't know if I can full screen this or not. Let me see the volume. Where the volume at? Right there. So while this is the thing though, while mothers are receiving phone calls, being notified that their son is unalive in Barbados, Mr. Marshall, where were you? Big up the security services. Look, the irony is so profound. You can't make this stuff up. Police on the road. Police on the road. Police on the road. Folks are so busy partying.
Everybody come on, you listen to me. This is a different side of me. I don't get to see. We work so long.
So Barbados Police Service, this is your time to block Broad Street.
Police on the road.
Where's it?
Police on the road.
Oh yeah.
Police on the road.
And there's our Attorney General while mothers are receiving phone calls. You would think, right? The incensed, I mean, me personally speaking, right, family, this is such an insensitive gesture that, you know, if you check the timestamps, he would have been well aware. He's the Attorney General. I mean, police on the road, the police would have to know what's going on. And even now, you know, he would rather go there and have a whatever. I didn't know what you call this, man. Let me check the comments real quick because it's been a little minute. Let me see what's going on here, man. Greetings, family. Shout out to you, Tyler. All is well, I trust. Greetings to you too, family. Greetings. Yep, I noticed that no shoes from the get-go. Of course, because shoes might be considered burglary too. So, you know, you can have accessories to sneakers as So that means lock up everybody with tinted glass. Crime finally solved. Well, that's what, yes, Mr. Dale Marshall came up with this brilliant idea all on his own. So calm, right? Yeah, that daffodil, that situation, them folks are real cool and calm. I don't know if somebody set it up or what, but I don't know. That they came straight for homie with the chain. That's the first thing he came for, the chain. But see me that chain when they get dropped on the ground. And as he went for the, in fact, let me not even talk like that. We're not talk like that. People gotta make the decisions, man. But when the people of Barbados start to push back, right? It's then we gonna know what time it is. But that's what they want. That's what they really want, you know. Don't forget, guys went to get. They said they went to steal yams, and somehow in the middle of while they were stealing yams, 2 guys were unalived. They never said that the guys rushed somebody or they had a scuffle or something. The autopsy report, I don't know if the autopsy ever came out, whether these men were shot in the back or in the front. I don't even think they mentioned who did the shooting. My point is, you see the cover up, things starting to happen and people starting to push back. It happening more and more, man. Greetings to you too, Jackie. Greetings to you too. God, they say Dale is seen as a God for some. Well, Satan is the God of this earth too. So that ain't the issue. The question is, what type of God is he? Greetings to you too, Maria. I got some links I got to share with you, man. A bad look, a time and a place for everything. Yes, it's a time and a place for everything. This definitely the time or the place. I mean, right now, with the level of crime, the way it is, even if he felt like he wanted to be a part of this, to be out here in the middle of the day, jumping up and down, while Barbados going through what it's going through again, family. Again, these folks cares less. Don't care nothing about Barbadians. Don't care nothing at all about Barbadians, man. Dale Marshall needs, as a matter of, and again, not because I'm saying this, you know, family. And I do it me. It's like Wilfred Abram. This cat saying they know nobility and morale. These cats are not noble men. They're not noble men. These is regular run-the-mill savage people, man. They savages. You telling me that you got the audacity to sell it to all Barbadians going to comply with 10 when mothers burying their sons, and you don't stand wrong with that? And the BLP, all a winner, all of them, all a winner. Richard Blackman that now. Richard Blackman, I ain't hearing the big man no more. Yeah, he said it. The big man. What the big man is now? He ain't got a word to say. You mean to tell me that none of y'all can speak to this? I said, well, Dale, you know, we're going to ideas, nothing. It looked like one of really, you know what? People always ask how the guns get in Barbados, you know. They go and start checking these politicians here. Yeah, Rasta might tell you that man is a hypocrite. Man, you right. You ain't telling me, big man. You ain't telling me what you hypocrite. Hypocrite. I have documents that were sent to me that I have seen that have been confirmed by his colleagues, actually, lawyers, of fraudulent activity with his name on it, his name on documents involved in fraudulent activity. Can't tell me he's a hypocrite. He's more than a hypocrite, man. More than a hypocrite. Facts. Heartless, man. Tell you they're heart. That's why I'm trying to tell you that, Fidel. These people here, look, this man having a ball. Yeah. Yeah, 2 men hugging up, walking up, right? Yeah. Police on the road. I know what time it is, family. You can't trick the Rasta man, though. I could tell you that. We know what time it is, man. Kurt, all of a sudden, is a minister of party. Is he not an ordained minister? I mean, I don't know if somebody correct me. I was told like he's actually an ordained minister in the church. I don't know if that's the truth or not. Maybe not. I don't know. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, man. Rhonda, greetings to you too, Rhonda. I got some news for Guyana. Later on in the program. I got a Lamborghini, a president, and a billionaire. I mean, don't Trump, Rhonda. So stay tuned. They know not love, so they ain't care. Facts, they don't care. They do not care. Only in Barbados. Imagine this, right, family? So my thing is this, man. What are we going to do, family? What are we going to do, man? Tell me what we're going to do. Because I'm telling you, send Dale Marshall viral. I tell you, there's somebody send me a link on Miss Stephanie Chase Files thing, something doing Marcia week. So I tell myself, look, these people are crazy as ever. No matter how much good you do, people are going to always try to find something to say about you. But yet, the individuals that consistently, blatantly in front of you, doing absolutely, it's treason, man. High treason at that. They cares nothing about the people of the nation of Barbados. I don't know about the country or the policy enforcers. The plantocracy is clearly up and alive, family. Do not kid yourself. And the BLP, none of y'all ain't got nothing to say, or y'all gonna suggest that once it is not your children or nobody that you know, you ain't gonna say nothing. So that's how we living. That's how we living now, right? Look, wait, let me get the article. So they had a stabbing there to the street, man. I'm looking for the article with the young fella there. Where is he? He suddenly got his voice back. He suddenly got his voice back. Where is it, man? I ain't seeing it. I gotta go look for it now. Because I had it, man, hold on. It was here, but I ain't seeing it no more. I don't know what happened to it. Let's look for it, man, and see. Because I have a lot of pages open. So bear with me. Bear with me, man. That was one. It was regarding the young fella. What's his name? Neil Rowe. Neil Rowe has been acquitted. He got his swagger back. So he got a lot to say now. And I saw an article where he was actually questioning Dale Marshall about that whole, where is this thing now? Let me see if I can find it. About that whole scenario. Where was it? I wanted to see it. Even Neil Rowe had something. Imagine you let Neil Rowe come and question you, and you the Attorney General. I know they'd give him that to set up him, because now you start to speak out against people, you start seeing people getting shuffled, right? So the fear is that if you want to get removed from the party, the way to do it is to speak out against the colleagues in the party. So it said Neil Rowe, I found the enforce intent law. There you go. Let me go with this one real quick. Let me go ahead and share this one here instead. Let me add this to the screen real quick. Let me add this one. Enforce intent law will be unnecessary burden, says Rowe. Well, he's telling the truth. Now, there's a little article. I'm going to drop the link here if y'all go and check it. If you didn't see it, I'm going to copy the link. Neil looked like he's serious here. Neil ain't playing with none of them more. What Neil Rowe needs to do, and I hope somebody could send him this link. I told this young man before he was elected in 2018 how his political career is going to go. If Neil is an honest man, if he's honest, he will tell you, that Rasta man there? What he tell you before you get elected? I told him how it was going to unfold every step of the way. This is in 2018. I told him this before elections. So I will say this again. If Neil Rowe is worth his weight in gold, he needs to speak the truth about what happened to him personally, the individuals who are involved in that, and speak truth to power. But he might not be able to do it though, because when last I checked, I think his daughter was being charged with smuggling, if I'm not mistaken. So he might not be able to speak freely. But I'm going to post this article, family. Go and check it. He says it's a burden on the people, man. Burden on the police. It's a burden on everybody. You know what I'm saying? Government backbench Neil Rowe is urging Prime Minister Mia Moore-Motley to relook the crackdown against dark tinted windows on vehicles. He made a call recently as a member of the House of Assembly approved an amendment to the Road Traffic Act to enable such a policy. The member of parliament for St. Michael Northwest said he believed the law against dark tint on cars and other vehicles will place additional burden on the existing traffic department and the Barbados Police Service. And the Barbados Police Service is already limited with manpower. I beg the good honorable Prime Minister to relook this policy, he told the chamber. However, as he wrapped up debate on the amendment, Attorney General Dale Marshall stressed that this amendment was requested by the police service. So the police, Dale Marshall is claiming that the police is who asked him to do this. We won't be able to see in the car, which don't make no sense, because when they come to your house, they can't see in your house unless that's coming next. You're not allowed to have up curtains. So when the police come to your house, you can't surprise them. The logic is illogical. I ain't know which policy enforcer wanted this policy enforced, but understand, family, this don't make no sense. I don't know. Not to say that, boy. Anyhow. So yeah, that's where we at, man. That's where we at, family. That is where we are at right now. Having said that, though, let me just jump forward a little bit more here. It is obvious. Speaking of this crime, I think it would be best to just jump into this one time now as well. Don't make any sense skipping around it. Where did I put that? I don't even know. Like I said, there's so many open. All right. It's not this one. It's not that. It's not that. It's not that. It's this one. Here you go. So let me go ahead and share this one now instead. So there's this concern again. There's a concern over school violence. Now, a lot of things been going on in the schools in Barbados, and unfortunately, it has not been getting the kind of play that it needs, not getting the attention. Like the article said, it hasn't disappeared. Just nobody talking about it anymore. Teachers getting assaulted by students. In some cases, teachers assaulting students. But we don't hear about these things because, you know, the youth and the violence. But guess what? Let me go ahead and play this video here that is fresh off the press. And this is why I be trying to explain to the individuals who have the ability to make a difference. I be trying to tell them something, but they don't be listening. So let me go ahead and play the video. Hold on, let me go ahead and play the video. Let me go back here a bit, share this one, and make it large. I want you all to listen to this right here if you all didn't know it. Princess Margaret School has made the news again. But listen to what was being said by Dr. Ramona Archer Bradshaw.
During the engagement, ministry officials had open and constructive discussions with the teaching and non-teaching staff regarding the issues outlined in the letter. While it became evident that some teachers were not fully aware of the extent of the challenges described, the meeting provided a valuable opportunity for all parties to share perspectives and clarify concerns. This engagement forms part of the ministry's ongoing commitment to fostering transparent communication and collaborative problem solving with our colleagues in education. The dialogue will continue with other schools in the next 3 weeks, starting with Frederick Smith Secondary School.
I'm a lot of things, right? But I can smell. Look, ask them to outline what is the strategy they plan to implement to curb these issues. If they want assistance, look, hold on. If y'all would like assistance with this matter, please call the hotline on the screen. Shout out to Barbados National Congress. Shout out to FADE. The number is on the screen. At some point in time, you'll see it. Give that number a call and indicate y'all would like some help with what y'all are doing, because you don't have a clue what you're doing. Let's see what we could come up with, because in reality, if you had an idea that was worth its weight in gold, we wouldn't have these problems, man. What you all expect, Mayor call all the shots. She have all to say, one voice. Look, the DLP only have one voice in Parliament. So don't go there. Don't go there. The people vote for the BLP, so deal with it. Am I right? All right, Richard. All right, Richard. Let me just say this, man. Let me say this, and with all due respect, right, Richard? You know, playing God's advocate is, some people say play devil's advocate. That is easy. See, when you're playing God's advocate, though, is a different story. Because, you know, you expect it to be politically correct at times. At times. This is not a BLP and a DLP issue. This is a people of Barbados issue. And as long as we keep looking at it as a BLP, DLP issue, we're going to keep getting the same thing. Because despite the fact that folks want to big up the DLP and put down me and Montley, I remember that the Barbados Youth Action Program came here and was registered while the DLP was in power. David Thompson, that his untimely demise, and then Frondell Fumble Stewart came into office at the time and fumble it even more. I could call a whole bunch of names from Chris Sickler to a whole bunch of names that we would have met with for the same assistants with the program. Dilmar, what's the other guy, the other Attorney General, Adriel Braffett, whatever his name is at the time. I go through a bunch of names. We met with all of them. A program that has proven to be so successful, not even in Barbados alone, but in places with gangs like St. Kitts, Trinidad, St. Lucia, Castries, proven to be successful. And what did they do? So don't talk to me about no DLP, because I could pull up videos and pictures and show y'all just what these meetings with the DLP produce. Quite frankly, it's a people of Barbados thing, and we got to deal with it as one people. We got to stop trying to divide and be divided by these parties, man. Recognize that none of the two don't care enough. And look, they had, in fact, hold on, man. Let me go right to this one too, man, because I saw this one here, man. I had to say something about this, man. Let me just skip to this one here, instead. Let me go to this one here, look. What was this one? Mixed reaction to Pine action. So there was a case where the police blocked off the Pine. Are y'all familiar with that? I tell myself, this like we in Gaza. Like we living in the Gaza, where Israel moving and surrounding Gaza. Why I know the Pine is a Gaza? I know the Pine is Gaza. But I always thought the Pine was gully side. I don't know. You know, there's a gully on that side. You know, there's actually a gully on that side somewhere. But imagine now the Pine being treated like the Gaza. Military and police walking about with fully automatic weapons, walking about with fully autos, man. Why do y'all pick the Pine? Why y'all pick the Pine? Why y'all ain't go down by Sandy Lane and check Sandy Lane or Port St. Charles? I bet if you're going, or better yet, Port Ferdinand, go and check every room and see what to find. Come on, man. I mean, why the Pine? So let me see if we get this straight. Family. Bear me here for a second. Now, the Pine is conducted by Santia Bradshaw, so this is going to be a message for Santia, and I know she's going to get it. Because, you know, people love to spread the manual, but I going to send Santia a message right here tonight. Because I don't know if she came out and said something about this herself. I don't know. So I ain't going to jump the gun. But I like to think that she should come out and say something about it if she hasn't. And I'll tell you why. Because if you're going to treat the people in my constituency like criminals and then surround the area as if this area is such an environment, then by virtue of your actions, and by the way, this isn't the first time they do this, you know, this isn't the first or the second. To my knowledge, this must be about the third time. It might even be more than that. But if you're going to consistently treat this particular community like it is such a depressed community, a marginalized community, a downtrodden community, a subjugated community, then by virtue of your own actions, you're suggesting that the people of this community needs more attention. And therefore, a lot more money should be given to the Pine to make sure and ensure that they lift these substandard aspects of the community to bring them up to a level. So like they'd be like Westmoreland and Sandy Lane, so they wouldn't have to surround them and search and raid and all this walking around like this is the Gaza. occupying the people, terrifying the people, putting images in the minds of the children, fear in the hearts of people. What was the outcome of this operation? I don't know if she said something or not. I don't get all the media. If I'm incorrect, correct me. But if not, I think Ms. Bradshaw needs to ask questions. Why want to target in my community so all the time, so? Represent the people. Because I question why. So why, what was the success of this? What was the outcome in all this? What was the outcome? Did it prove to be successful? Did they all meet the target? Well, whatever. Let the people of Barbados know the police not above the law. The police is not above the law. In fact, the police is the policy enforcers by virtue of your name. And it says that. It doesn't say law, it says policy. What was the outcome, family? Barbados is asking questions. You see, the problem is Barbadians don't ask enough questions because people are frightened that they're going to do this or they're going to do that, right? What was the outcome of your intervention is what we are asking tonight. And I sincerely hope Ms. Bradshaw comes out at some point and addresses that same issue. Ask questions. Ask questions. Because a lot is going on around Barbados. Everything around, all kind of stuff happening left, right, and center. And there's nobody speaking up for the people. Nothing is being said. Just more and more rhetoric about everybody in Barbados is going to have to comply. This man got the nerve. Is Dale Marshall serious? He can't be serious. Can't be serious. And can't look, in any state where the law is corrupt, there's no law here, family. There's no law. Looking for the comments real quick. Let me see what's going on here. I might have missed a few. What the police could do is pull over drivers with tint and ask them reasons for tint. Then do a survey. Well, I don't know if no name you're being funny or not, but I don't want the police doing any unnecessary work they don't have to do. Tints is not the problem, and therefore we don't even need to spend a thought on that. So the question is, why are these things happening? They're all distractions, family. So what is it you're being distracted from? Pay attention, Barbados. We need to pay attention. My reason for tint is sun, and to keep focus while on the road from distractions. I like this individual here, No Name. I like it. That's a good name, No Name, because no matter what reason you give, it will be sufficient. The thing is, crime is not being committed in Barbados by the overwhelming majority of people on the roads. It's being committed by probably a small group of individuals who in most cases may not even be driving for that matter. But yet, I understand, man. I fully get it. What I know is that tint or no tint will not have an effect on anybody committing crime. Simple. Simple. He's not going to do, he invests too much in this group. I might have missed something. I might have missed something, Tyrone. Not sure. I don't know. I'm not sure what that one is, Tyrone. No Name helps with air condition. It's a fact. She is so clueless. That says so true, Ras. You cannot get bitter and sweet water from the same tap. You keep saying that the DLP ain't saying anything. The DLP is not in power. No, Richard, don't get me wrong, Richard. Don't get me wrong. I don't care about the BLP, not the DLP, period. My concern is the people of Barbados. I ain't saying me is at fault. I ain't saying the DLP ain't doing nothing. I am simply saying we, the people, got to do what we have to do for ourselves. We cannot look for none of the Totem to do anything for us. They do not have the capacity to do so. Neither does Ralph Thorne or me and Motley. They don't have it. If they tell you so, it is a lie. None of the two can do nothing for you. The most you can hope to do is if you did him a favor or two, you get a little crumb off the table. Other than that, they both work for the plantocracy. Miss Motley don't run nothing about here. Mia Amor Motley does not run nothing in Barbados. She is only the chairman. She is the most articulate one, the most popular one, so they give her the job. She is only the face of the faceless community. Think about it. That's right. It doesn't matter which company, doesn't matter which party and play. There's certain families that get the contracts regardless. Y'all, I mean, read between the lines, Richard. What are you trying to show you, brother? Read between the lines, man. Doesn't matter if Ralph went tomorrow, the same people get the same contracts at the top. He got to shuffle it the same way. He ain't got no choice either. So what I mean? Every policy you see, every policy they bring to the table is a policy that puts pressure on you, the people of this nation, because it's usually defined by a fine. And the minute you got to pay a fine, it only applies to the poor, because the poor can't pay, he can pay. Because crime is money, prison is money, lawyer, police, everybody got bailiff. Come on, man. Richard. So I ain't speaking against the DLP. I ain't even speaking for the BLP. I'm simply saying the people of Barbados have to reach a mature point where they recognize that nobody's going to save you. You have to save yourself. Develop yourself, know yourself, build your family, build your community, work collectively together. Collective security for surety. That's how you do it. You see Dale out there having a ball, him and Humphrey having a ball, man. They got the pension secure. They don't even have to wait to get their pension. They good. They good. They ain't studying you, know what I mean? I be on here every night debating politics back and forth, divide and rule. Rather we come together and get rid of all of them and we manage to think differently. Come on, man. If this situation wasn't so serious, I would think I am living in a sci-fi movie where the citizens have been invaded by aliens and running amok, shooting children and youth out of control, robbing. That's what it is, family. Maureen, you talking facts, man. I said the same thing. This is crazy, family. They said it was successful, but in what way? Well, again, success is measured based on the outcome. What success in what way? That they disturb the people peace for the whole day. If it was such a success, come on and say what happened. Serious. The reality, man, of this country is divided and more divided in the last few years. Yep. I totally agree with you on that one, Tyrone. In fact, not just divided more in the last few years, but is really and truly what they're doing, right, is forcing middle class to comply even more and put pressure on everybody else. Because after all, middle class don't want to lose the pick because the upper class and the studying the body, they got their own thing going. And the pressure is on the people who make it happen. All day, every day, the pressure on the people. Serious. But you say, correct, I don't get how hard it is to see. Yeah, I was telling Richard, man, look, people come on this program and try to insinuate that I singing for my, what do they call it? Singing for my supper and I put down the DLP and I promoting BLP and all sort of foolishness. That's people who just jump on to social media. I've been on here since COVID, exposing borstic, nonsensical comments, exposing the contradictions that they would put up for the public, exposing the nation for spreading lies and propaganda, even to the point where I took documentations to the Nation newspaper myself that came from the World Health Organization, that came from the FDA, and what's the other one? Yeah, came from the other one, to show them that what they were saying in the newspaper was a lie. They printed lies in the paper, and I took the evidence to show that, well, you dying the truth here, you telling lies. And guess what? It didn't matter, because they never corrected it. About the people on this platform, don't bring the politics in about the B&D. If Miss Monty does something that's right, she right, she get, well, she right, she right. If she wrong, she wrong. If Robinson right, he right, he right, he wrong, he wrong. Y'all like that these folks is like infallible. They're infallible. Once they're in power, they're infallible. Once they're not your party, they corrupt. Yeah, man. That's why we are where we are. We have been duped into believing a lie as if they care. They don't care, brother. They don't care a damn thing about the people of this nation, let alone the children. Let alone the children. Cares nothing about the youth of this nation. It's obvious. Look at the schools, man. Examination based on a lot of information that's completely irrelevant. This thing called life. Anyhow, I came on late. I don't plan to keep you all up late. I have no idea what time it is. Let me jump ship real quick. Talk corruption. I just want to touch on these two things real quick. Because the reason I'm touching on it because I couldn't believe it when I saw it. I could not believe it when I saw it, man. I tell myself, you can't make this up. So remember I told you all that this guy, Mohammed in Guyana, was building houses for Guyanese, right? Apparently he's a billionaire, but building these little matchbox houses for Guyanese. And Guyanese, of course, when you ain't got nothing, you're thankful for anything. I get it. I get it. So he wants to run for president or whatever he running politics for. All right, no big deal. So he came up with a video announcing he's going to run for president. And right after the man put out the video, guess what happened? Hold on. They arrest the man and charge him with tax evasion. Listen to this here carefully, though. You can't make this up, family. Listen to this real quick here, man.
Billionaire businessman Azzuddin Mohammed appeared before the Georgetown Magistrate Court today, facing 2 criminal charges related to the false declaration and tax evasion involving the importation of a luxury Lamborghini Aventador. Mohammed pleaded not guilty to both charges, which allege he undervalued the vehicle, reportedly declaring it at $76,000 instead of its actual purchase price of $695,000 in an attempt to evade import taxes. When questioned about the undervaluing of the Lamborghini on the sidelines after the court proceeding, Mohammed neither admitted nor denied it, but this is what he had to say.
Before I play what he's about to say, I want y'all to understand the man said he's going to run for president and all. Rhonda, I see your call, Rhonda. I didn't forget you. Give me a few minutes, Rhonda. He said that he's going to become president. Well, he's confident he's going to win the election as an independent. And right after that, they charge him with taxes. Now, why would they go at him and charge him with tax evasion for this particular vehicle? He got a Ferrari too. But let me deal with this one first. The Lambo. The Lambo on the streets of Guyana. But why they went at him for this? So they went court and they charged him. Like you say, he neither admitted it or denied it. But listen to what he's about to say. And Guyana, this the man when I want to run the place. When I can't see what's going on, people, oh gosh, bye. Oh gosh, bye. You see? Listen, it is called problem, reaction, solution. When they're tired of Jagdeo and the rest of them are Ali, but guess what? Listen to what he's about to say. Listen carefully, Guyana. Listen very carefully.
I bought this Lamborghini. I called Jagdeo and said I want to meet with you. He said,
the man bought a Lamborghini that he called Jagdeo, which I don't understand what the two, first of all, got to do with each other. But anyhow, he bought this Lamborghini called Jagdeo. Let me play it back. Listen again.
I bought this Lamborghini. I called Jagdeo and said I want to meet with you. He said, come now to the convention center.
So he said, come and meet me at the convention center. Don't worry about it. We talk in person, not on the phone. You know, you can't trust the phone. But anyhow, come and see me.
That is in August, September. I told him I want to purchase a Lamborghini. He said, go to Irfan and talk to Irfan. That is
so wait.
what he told me. I met with him at the convention center.
Mohammed was granted.
The man now said, wait. The man now outs Jagdeo here. He said, I call him on my phone. The man told me, come and see him in person. He went to meet the man in person, which I don't see why that got, you buying something ain't got nothing to do with this man. But anyhow, the man said, well, look, I can't really help you in that way. Go and see.
He said, come now to the convention center.
We went to
that is in August, September. I told him I want to purchase a Lamborghini. He said, go to Irfan and talk to him.
Irfan, go talk to the big man. Now, why would he gotta go and talk to the president about buying a vehicle? I thought you were going to talk to the dealership, or at least the shippers. But no, talk to the big man.
That is what he told me. I met with him at the convention center.
So they accuse you of something. You don't deny that you alter the invoice to reflect a lower tax, to get a lower tax bracket. You come out and tell the people that you called Jagdeo and Jack Dio tell you go see Arafat. Have you come and tell the people for real and you want to be president, Mr. Transparency? Look here, man. When you start wrong, right, Mohammed, I don't know who you are. I don't like the fact you got billions of dollars. You building little toothpick houses for black people in Guyana. Well, I not say black people, man, because you might still build one too for your own people. I don't know. But I think it's insulting because billions of dollars could go a longer way than what you're doing, quite frankly. But they can say you're doing something. I won't even touch it. But there's my thing, though.
Mohammed was granted bail totaling $500,000 despite his lawyer's request for his release on his recognizance. The case is set for continuation on June 26, 2025. The charges stems from a Guyana Revenue Authority investigation supported by documentation obtained through the U.S.-Guyana Mutual Legal Assistance Treaty. The GRA alleges that the declaration was not a clerical error, but an intentional act of fraud and tax evasion. Mohammed's lawyer argued that the matter is already subjected to civil proceedings with the GRA and that all taxes were paid in 2020. Nonetheless, the charges have heightened public scrutiny of tax compliance among high-profile figures in Guyana. If convicted, Mohammed could face hefty fines and up to 3 years in prison. Reporting for Channel 2 Headline News.
Right. Channel 2. Give thanks to Guyana Media for this one here, Channel 2. Give thanks for sharing the little thing there, the little video thing. You know how it is on We Had Media. But yo, you imagine that? You could imagine that, baby. You can't make this up. On investigation. Well, look, as if that wasn't sufficient, there's more. I got one more video to play. One more. First, I think I can play this one here, though. Nah. This gonna blow your mind here now, family. This is gonna blow your mind. Like, this is the newsroom in Guyana. Let me make it a little larger first so you can see the thing clear. Big and clear. Let me just go ahead real quick here, man. One Caribbean, right, family? One Caribbean. Let me show you One Caribbean right here. President to Azudin, well, whoever that is. Azrudin. Show proof you gave me the real invoice of Lamborghini. Now imagine this here now. The president come out and say, show me the proof that you gave me the real invoice. So what is being suggested here is that this guy, Mr. Mohammed, and the president of Guyana are in cahoots with defrauding the tax department in Guyana. Both of them acted in concert. So now he claiming Jack Dio told to call Arafat the big man. Now the big man saying, big man, you never give me the real invoice. I submitted what you gave me. I submit what you give me. I ain't tricked nothing, and then a typo. You lied. You never give me nothing. But if that wasn't sufficient, hold on, Trump and Elon Musk ain't got nothing on these two. Trump and Elon Musk, I telling you, do not have nothing on the two of these man here right now. And let me show you why. Because not only did Mr. Mohammed say that Jack Dio told him going to talk to the big man, he himself is sending a direct message to the big man. Listen to this one here, family. Listen.
We have proof where Irfan Ali facilitated and assisted with the clearance of the Lamborghini.
Now hold on a minute, you know. The man ain't deny this thing. The man ain't denying it at all. He said, listen, I got proof that the president assisted me with the clearance of this Lamborghini. I got proof. I got the proof. But hold on. Wait. There's more. Mr. Mohammed, this is the man we hear from Politically Incorrect. Question. What is your intention to do? What you say you have proof. What's your intention with this evidence?
I'm waiting for him to say that that is a lie. And trust me, anytime he comes out and says it's a lie, I'll show the whole country how dishonorable he is.
Whoa. Listen, family, You people, the man now do right there, he's smooth though. This man here is smooth, but can't trick the Rasta man. So Guyana, my people, this who y'all voting for? He literally just attempted to blackmail the president of Guyana live on national TV. Well, it's GP Nightly News anyway. He said, anytime you come out and say anything about my case, but you ain't know this and that, I gonna expose it then to the people. So in other words, if you keep your mouth shut, I will keep it hidden. Because that's basically what he just said, family. And this the man when I talk with president. Look, Guyana, we're in bare trouble here. Barbados in trouble too, don't get me wrong. But Guyana? Geez, look. Oh gosh, boy. Look, Banner, boy. I don't know what to say, man. Like, I don't even know what to say. Look, let me let you tell it again, man. Hold on. Listen to this man carefully, man. Guyanese.
And assisted with the clearance of the Lamborghini. I'm waiting for him to say that that is a lie. And trust me, anytime he comes out and says it's a lie, I'll show the whole country how dishonorable he is.
That was presidential hopeful billionaire businessman 39-year-old Azzuddin Mohammed, moments after exiting the courtroom, where he was slapped with 2 charges in relation to tax evasion brought by the Guyana Revenue Authority, GRA. Mohammed appeared before Acting Chief Magistrate Faith McGusty in the Georgetown Magistrates Court on Thursday.
Well, guess what, Guyana? Y'all got your hands full. Like, I can't even put that. I can't, full with a capital P-H. You see what I'm saying? But wait though, Guyana. There's more. Hold on. So President Ali is telling Azzuddin Mohammed himself that he want to see proof. But guess what? Mohammed said, I got the proof. All you gotta do is counsel something. But guess what? I have a document here to show you, family. I have a document to show my brothers and sisters in Guyana. I'm sure y'all would have seen this by now. I hope y'all paying attention to this because this is critical. This is serious business right here, family. So President Ali Azzuddin Mohammed's video reinforces his duplicity and dishonesty. It reinforces his duplicity and dishonesty. And this is the man when they say when they want run, when they love the free gifts, right? Never look a gift horse in the mouth. Look what time it is, family. All of them coming down Guyana. When they go step up, family, all the Native Americans, what they call the Native Americans, all the Amerindians, what they call Amerindians, all the indigenous people, all the Black Caribs, come on, whatever y'all want to call yourself, y'all got to step up now, man. I'm telling you, because this thing about to fall. I ain't even going through all the details here. But what I want to get to this right here. Come down. This raises the central issue. Did he lie about the declared purchase price of the vehicle based on facts now confirmed by United States authorities? The answer is yes. I feel like this is the Jerry Springer. Mohammed, Mr. Ali, you are the father of this fraud. He submitted a falsified invoice to the GRA. And folks, here is the actual invoice from the company, International Speed Consulting, Inc. It's located in Texas. They have the invoice. It was billed to him, his name, his address in Guyana, his actual address, believe it or not, the date of it, and it was paid. Vibes Car telling got nothing on this one here, boy. This was paid $695,000 US. No balance. The man bought it cash straight. So this is what we're dealing with right here, family. It was paid to this company right here. The information is right here. Oh man, it's a roadster. Anyhow, the Lambo, man. I don't know what to tell them, man. It was bank wired through JP Morgan Chase. JP Morgan Chase give up all the information. Don't get me caught up in that. I ain't involved in that, people. I run a legitimate firm. I don't want nothing to do with this thing, straight up and down. Corruption at the highest level. Corruption at its best, family. So that's what's going on in the Caribbean, family. Ain't nothing new. Just that Barbados politicians might be a bit more smoother than Guyanese politicians. That's all it is. Guyana guys a little too rough and brutish, man. They ain't sophisticated at all. Because this right here is crazy. But anyhow, it out there in the domain, man. Let me see what's going on here. Comments. It was bought secondhand or not. I don't know if it's secondhand or not, but I know that the invoice said it was valued at $76,000 when he submitted it to the Guyana Revenue. At no time did he present the true and correct value of the vehicle, neither to me nor to the GRA. He continues to assert the value is US dollars 75,000, despite clear evidence to the contrary. You see what he's saying now, family? You cannot make this stuff up. You can't make it up. None of them politicians know what the people's interests at heart. It is not a game for the people. It's a game for the wealthy. And Donald Trump and Elon Musk about that. Let me come down here. Let me see. Rhonda, I see you, Rhonda. Oh no, I see Maureen said, wait, hold on. I go back up, Sean. I see you. Yep, I agree. Rules for those, but not for rules for thee, but not me. That is a type of system in Barbados. All of your young men being killed, so in turn, killing generations. Yes, that's right, Daffodil. You're so right, man. Generations, man. He probably bought it secondhand. I don't know if it's secondhand or not, but that's a lot of money for a car. That sounds more like brand new, that kind of price. But anyhow, I don't know. I never bought one. I don't even know the price of it. When you run for politics, you become a target for the tax authorities, especially if you are rich. Need to have too much invest in the group to say anything. I got you now, Tyrone. I got you. Man, Neil, man, I ain't even touch that one neither. He accused another politician of lying on the stand on the oath. I know what become of that. And Barbados gone quiet about that. A politician accused another politician of being a lying on the stand. Hold on, Rhonda. I see her, Rhonda. Hold on. Rhonda, you can't keep me on here long tonight, Rhonda. I'm telling you that in the early. It late, Rhonda. It late. Hold on. I come here, Rhonda. Hold on, Rhonda. Got Rhonda backstage from Guyana Live. Give me a second, Rhonda. I ain't gonna plug you in a minute. But for real, right now, we got to definitely stay focused, family. The man, ball, he out in public. It's so true. Rhonda, you voting for Mohammed, Rhonda? Hold on. Come in. Greetings, Rhonda. Can you hear me?
No.
Greetings.
I'm voting for Mohammed. I don't deal with criminals, man.
They sound like Trump and
You
Musk.
hearing me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud. We hear you. How things in Guyana? What's going on in Guyana right now?
The reception bad.
That's Wi-Fi probably. You wanna tell you what? Plug out and plug back in. Hang up and call me forward, Rhonda.
I'm not hearing you.
Well, hang up and call me forward, Rhonda. That's the best thing to do, just in case. Hang up and call me forward. Wait, hold on. Okay. He has an offshore company in the USA. I don't know, Sean. You know a lot more about Mohammed than me. Yes, Rhonda, can you hear me now?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Yes, so you say you're voting for Mohammed?
No, Emmanuel. I know Mohammed's character and I wouldn't vote for Mohammed. Now let me tell you something. Mohammed was high up in the PPP.
Okay.
Because when the problem started, remember it had a murder, this man paid for short. For goodness, when a police talk about the killing of this person. And that happened a little way from the president and the prime minister's residence. We got a lot of cameras, and the cameras did not work when the murder passed. Anyway, they put under the table. America now started to investigate these people, Mohammed, and the name is Azuddin Mohammed. And when they started to investigate all the dealings with them with some gold smuggling and so, and I think they said it's leading the money going into Iraq. So they decided to file sanctions against Mohammed. When these sanctions were being fired, nobody out of the government did not sit down and explain to the people what's going wrong in Guyana is that Barra Jagdeo and he followed and he put in all these things in the public domain, but they're not telling the people of Guyana the extent and the seriousness of the sanction. So the other day now, remember when he came to Barbados and then borrowed the currency out because they say he cannot go to the States. God is in the States, it's done fire sanctions and yet he can't go there. Now suddenly, if you become the president, you would have immunity to travel all over the world. So that is why he's fighting now to become a president, so he could end up going to America. But a lot of people, because he's washing his bad money, like buying a motor car, not Lamborghini and so, and Ferrari we got, them cheap cars. He might give you a little car and he's focusing in the black people area.
Yeah, I noticed that a lot of his work is in the black community. I did notice that for sure.
Yeah. Buy motorbike and give you all them different things. But when it had the little girl murder and the people got up and stood up and the protesting, he turned and said that the people must remember that they ain't got no right and it's the business people what they're putting out to doing business. Because as long as protesters down the road, all the business people are close up. God don't want nobody going into the premises and looting.
Well, I saw a video with him.
I tell you,
go ahead.
It got more sanctions in Guyana. A set of top brass police get sanctioned about 2 days ago.
I saw a video with him actually. I saw a video with him basically discussing about smuggling gold or something. Again, what it takes to get gold out of Guyana. And so I don't know the details of if he was a smuggler or if he's smuggling. I don't know, but I know that Guyana right now is going through a lot. And Rhonda, all I'm gonna tell you and the rest of Guyanese is to pay attention. Pay attention, Rhonda. Okay, pay attention.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm going to wrap up here, Rhonda.
Emmanuel.
Yo.
Before you go.
Go ahead, dear.
In the news about 2 days ago, about 4 other persons get sanctioned from the U.S.,
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
One of them is a top shot in the police force. Remember that they find about 50 metric tons of cocaine in Northwest. What a cover up in the ground.
Oh, wow.
Well, the same cocaine breakthrough, our top police get sanction, and I think he got to leave the job with haste.
Well,
about 2 of them and 2 other persons.
America don't play that. America don't play that at all. America give you all the rope to hang yourself. All. Well, look, Rhonda, thanks as always for calling in. Maybe you could show me over the weekend. We could talk about some other stuff because some other stuff is going on there again. I heard about the situation with young Adriana and the autopsy. Monday we could look at discussing that maybe and recognizing what's really. Yes.
Hello. I don't know about next week if I could get on because I'm supposed to be traveling tonight, tomorrow night.
Wait, you out and you want to tell me you out? Me, you gonna talk? We ain't gonna talk. No, we gonna talk. We gonna talk.
All right.
We gonna talk.
All right.
Thanks, my dear.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the Guyanese, the family, Demerara for life. You all already know, man. Home of the revolution. Kadaki, big salute to Kadaki and the people down there putting in work, man. Family, like I said, I wasn't gonna be on here long. It's already over an hour. We out of here, man. Caribbean family, we gotta pay attention. We see what's going on. These politicians, whether one side or the other side or whatever side, they all in it cahoots, man. If Elon and Trump could get way, you know anybody could get way. So don't tell yourself it can't happen. This man called the president and the big people when he got a little situation, got a little tax break. Meanwhile, our attorney general in the street. In fact, I gotta show me that image again before I go, man. I gotta show me that one more time before I go. One more time before we pull up out of here, man. Mr. AG having a ball, man.
Everybody come over to listen to me. This is a different side of me. I don't get to see. We work so long.
So Barbados Police Service, this is your time to block Broad Street.
Police on the road.
Where's it?
Police on the road.
Oh, yeah.
Police on the road. Jumping up in my phone. Police.
Yep, there it is. Our attorney general on the job. Perhaps he was on a lunch break. Perhaps vacation. Whatever he on, keep that same energy, AG. Mr. Dale Marshall, you and Humphrey, keep that same energy. I want us to do, man. Keep that same energy, man, straight. You have failed the people and you are so ignorant to the fact you can't even recognize you have fallen on your own sword. And as you slowly bleed out and your colleagues pat you on the back and laugh and smile, it is because they have ambitions to fill your space. There is no honor among thieves, man. Clearly. Anyhow, having said that, I out of here for the night, man. Because this right here gonna cause me to chant to your ancestors. Definitely going outside and chant tonight. You know, outside and chant tonight for sure. For sure. This is Boris want shaking up. Yeah, all right. But if it's a shake, when I want to shake, when I want to block Broad Street, many people at Barbados decide enough is enough and block Broad Street. I hope then that you're in the middle of it. Let me get my tune tonight, man. I already know what tune I get. Daffodil, you know what tune we going for, man. People in the Ivy crying out, Eden Lodge crying out, Pine crying out, Haynesville crying out, all over Barbados crying out, all over Barbados, Silver Hill, all over St. Philip, St. Lucie, St. Peter. I went about the PS partying and okay. I love it, man. I love it. Keep it up, man. My grandma said, keep it up. You keep it up. On where you don't hear. On where it is feel, man. Let me get this one here. I know what tune for y'all, man. Queen Omega for one of man. Queen Omega for one of tonight, man. I don't have to play the dub, play it or play the video, cause like a lion sound dub, play it hard, yeah. But I'm gonna get one of the student version. Wait, let me see. They got a remix here with Anthony. I wonder if I should do the remix with Anthony B though. I should probably do the remix here. Nah. I'm giving it this here. I'm looking to see which one they can give you, man. Hold on. Daffodil. All right, let me get here. Look, give me this one here, man. One time. Give me this one here. Straight up. Straight up. Daffodil, this one for you, man. I hear you calling for it all night.
We want more love. We got to show love. Queen Omega says show love. Yo, some
At least last the first Empress was there. Men and family who on perfect balance. For Jordy weekend, for Jordy evening, y'all already know, man. Listen to the tune.
love. We got to show love. Queen Omega says show love. Yo, some of them ain't got no love. No love. No love in them heart. Me see them gone. No love in this world when they lose them soul under mind control. Some of them leaders got no love. No love. No love in them heart. Me see them gone. No love at all. That's why this wicked system it off it fall. You cannot lead if you're not dealing righteousness. Equality for the people wants peace and justice. Freedom of choices and the right to take a stand against the great deception played upon the nation. And me not need the classes for see that them don't care. Them what they kill me ambition and spoil me career. Look how them poison the atmosphere with all them hatred and greed, injustice and fear. Cause them got no love. No love. No love in them heart. Me see them gone. No love in this world. Many lose them soul under mind control. Some of them leaders got no love. No love. No love in them hearts. Me see them gone. No love at all. That's why this wicked system it off it fall. Love is the greatest power and it can't be denied. It is the raindrops that fall from the sky. The very energy we absorb every time the sun shine. We cannot live without love. Love is the most high. Me see it from afar. Them no respect master God. Them treat your people like lab rats and guinea hog. Enough of them a end up in a body bag. While the lets them a smile and a bust and a brag. Cause them got no love. No love. No love in them hearts. Me see them God. No love in this world. Many lose them soul under mind control. The leaders them got no love. No love. No love in them hearts. Me see them God. No love at all. How long will the heathen rage creating mischief? Take away from the people yet nothing them a give. The struggle real, we struggling to stay alive. Me see some a sell out them soul to survive. And even a blind man can see them have no heart. Many weapons of destruction to keep us apart. You can check it out and do the math. Me know, say them can't escape the wrath. Cause them don't got no love. No love. No love in them heart. Me see them God.
We got no love, family.
World. Many do
None.
soul under mind control.
Only mothers got to bury their sons, man.
No love.
Yeah, Marshall.
No love.
Call your name, man.
No love in them heart.
You get the message yet?
No love at all. That's why this wicked system.
Sleepless nights for you now, man.
You cannot lead if you're not dealing righteousness.
Sleepless nights, man.
For the people wants peace and justice.
You see every face, man.
To take a stand against the great deception played upon the nation. And me no need no glasses to see that them no care. They want to kill me ambition and spoil me career. Look how them poison the atmosphere.
You scared, step down, man.
Injustice and fear, cause them got no love. No love. No love in them heart. Me see them God. No love in this world. Many lose them soul under mind control. Some of them ain't got no love. No love. No love in them heart. Me see them God. No love at all. That's why this wicked system it have to fall.
Yes, that's why this wicked system it have to fall, man. Let me just kind of tunes you want to hear this time of night, family. You're up already, right? Let me kind of, that's the energy when I want to feel there, man. That's what we're talking about, man. I know folks ain't ready for that when they're tall. I got one more though, that for the way I feel. I know nobody can guess what tune I can play next to. I know they can't even begin to pattern, man. I don't even know. I gotta find the tune now, though. That you think. Queen Omega, straight out of Trinidad. Speaking of Trinidad, man, y'all realize that Trinidad new Prime Minister sent a message to what, Venezuela? Not about here. Hey, buddy, got gangster talk now, man. Imagine that Trinidad threatening Venezuela. Like, if Guyana can't even handle Venezuela, what Trinidad tell herself? I can't understand this thing. This thing out of hand, family. It out of hand, man. It out of hand. Anyhow, family, we're living in different times nowadays, man, and these are the times we in. So like I tell you, know yourself, work on yourself, be better. Not just for you, but for your family and for your community. Because as a people, we got to do this task right here, this liquor struggle. We got to do it together. Because none of them can help. People like to say the DLP, DLP. Somebody said the DLP gonna do a better job. What better job? What? I mean, how long you think it will take before you're asking for Ralph to remove himself? The same thing. It's be the same thing every 5 or 10 years. You get the first 5 years because you can come in and say, well, I came into office and there's so many problems. It took us a while to fix these. So we got to first fix the problems, then we can do the things you want to do. So you give you another term. A second term, no, before you halfway into the second term, you're begging the man, look, he got to go though. Why? Because he too, in any position, can only do what the plantocracy requires him to do. Full stop. Doesn't matter how good or bad a man he might be, he got to dance to the tune of the piper. Who paid the piper? Pick the tune. That's why in these day and age, it's about survival of the fittest, family. You got to be fit in these times, family.
No matter how life goes.
Have an up, full and joyful weekend, family. Keep loving your heart, man.
The most I never fail.
And keep working on yourself, man.
The fittest of the fittest shall survive. My people, open up your eyes. Wake up, no compromise. Come make we slow the beast in a disguise. The fittest of the fittest shall survive.
Time to slow the beast.
Open up your eyes. Wake up, no compromise. Come make we slow the devil in a disguise.
Time to slow the beast.
When iniquity fills up the earth, beyond the God, look out for the worst. Plagues and disasters, mama, she a purge. Lives would be taken, many will be hurt. Precious blood has saturated the dirt. Woe unto woman in this time would give birth. The whole nation living in a curse, moving backwards, stuck in reverse. Still life is a beauty to behold. Look at the prophecy slowly unfold. The earth is yours, but Lucifer of the world. Man heart is wicked, cruel and cold. Put the dollar brother sell out them soul. Penny blunder and end up in a hole. Mystery Babylon have them under control. Israel have an host 10,000 brave and bold. At Jerusalem school, that is where our enroll. Suited in armor can never erode. Positivity shall always be my God. Ticking like a bomb, ready to explode. The fittest of the fittest shall survive. My people, open up your eyes. Wake up, we tired of the lies. Come make we slew the devil in a disguise. The fittest of the fittest shall survive. My people, open up your eyes. Wake up, no compromise. Come make we slew the devil in a disguise. Repentance is a must. Vanity seekers, they all will bite the dust. Blessed be the righteous. Shema Israel calling on the conscious. Brothers and sisters, in Yah we put our trust. Heads and hearts together, we will stand robust against the system. Evil scheme and plots. Draining the blood of the poor and have-nots. Feeding unfair despair and loss. Selfish and greedy and covetous. Damnation for the unjust. Can't break the minds of the courageous. The fittest of the fittest shall survive.
The only chance of giving up right now, Cammy.
Open up your eyes.
The chances of giving up right now, Cammy.
No compromise. Come make we slew the devil.
It's a highly Selassie the first, man. Put not your trust in no man.
People, open up.
Put your trust in no man.
Wake up. We
In the Almighty, family.
come make we slew the devil in a disguise.
You just gotta earn trust, family. That's the problem right there in Barbados to the world, man.
Yeah.
You're putting trust in politicians. Give a chance, huh? Give a chance.
The most I never fail.
You gotta earn that, family. Right from your earn trust, family.
Thing I know.
You don't gateway, so.
The most I never fail.
Rastafari. That we dealing with, man. Most I never feel. Love the youths, man. That we dealing with. So that's it for the night, family. And again, that's nothing for or against anybody. You know, who can vote, and that's how that's gonna go down. What matters is what they do for the people in and out of office all day, every day. So I support the people. Barbados National Congress family, all day, every day, man. That's where we at. Full stop. As far as the oil and oysters, as far as they're concerned, reopen right now. They're selling fish, making money here. As far as what happened at oysters, whether it was rust that caused the valve to break the way it did, or negligence, or it was a crime that was committed. I know that it's spill and clean up. They can't really give account for how much missing. Who knows? Just food for thought. You cannot make this stuff up, man. You know, we can learn though, one way or the other, man. One way or the other. Y'all have a peaceful night, man. Remember, like I said, focus on your growth, man. This is 2025 going forward. Look, only people dropping out left, right, and center. I didn't even play the video on COVID tonight. I didn't even touch the other one. A lot of things happening, family. Just focus on being better because it is going to require you to do so in the future. You lack that, I don't know what to tell you, man. You don't hear, you can feel, right? Y'all have an upful and joyful weekend, like I said, and spend time with your family, spend time with your loved ones, spend time with people you care about because everything changing rapid. 21 homicides in 6 months. You know, too many mothers crying out, man. I guarantee the earth going to return that cry just now. You see what I'm saying? So, Dale Marshall. I ain't even know it's about that, man. Anyhow. See y'all Monday here. We out, man.